toxic leadership behaviors are actions or traits that are exhibited by leaders that harm individuals and teams and organizations, and creating a negative, dysfunctional, or unhealthy environment. So it's important that we also just share an understanding of what toxic leadership behaviors are, right? And before I go into some of these 10 behaviors, Spencer, if you just look at just your career, even not as a direct experience, something you might have witnessed, what rubs you the wrong way as far as leadership is concerned? What are some of these toxic behaviors you've witnessed?
I think one of the things that I struggle with, or struggle to see, or get very frustrated at seeing, is a lack in transparency around how decisions are made or carried out. Not to say that every decision has to be disclosed, but as far as it concerns people, I see sometimes leaders forget that they're dealing with human beings. And this is far removed from my immediate circumstances, but I knew someone who served an organization with a huge amount of diligence for many, many years based on a promise that was made very early on that he would be promoted into a certain position. And this never happened, and years went by, many years went by, and he continued to serve diligently. And eventually he was told that he would never get the position that he wanted. But by then he had wasted years and years of his life. And what's toxic about that situation is not that things changed in the organization. So organizations are dynamic, fluid things where things change all the time. What made it toxic is that those changes were never transparent or communicated openly. And so for what that meant for this one individual was that he continued in service to a leader on the belief that this leader cared about him, essentially, when in reality, any changes that happened weren't communicated to him. So essentially, he was working on a lie. And I think that's when leadership gets really toxic, is when a certain set of beliefs that people hold benefit a leader or benefit a country or organization or whatever system you want to talk about. And so that system of falsehood, I guess, is maintained because it serves an agenda. You know, it's beneficial for a very small group of people or a person. It's certainly not beneficial for this person, you know, the individual. Yes, the individual and the system. So to me, that's an example of what I would call really toxic leadership behavior. But I'm interested to hear what you got to share with us about that.
Yeah, I mean, that case alone probably touches like 4 or 5 of the 10 behaviors that I have here.